A lot of people wonder, why is it that my feeling of depression or anxiety tends to increase when I'm in social environments or I'm around other people, or especially during holidays or something like that. So there's a couple unique reasons why this occurs. The first would be that if you feel a sense of low self-worth, being around other people tends to magnify that. So you're around other people who feel comfortable in their own skin. There's a sense in which you feel like you aren't even necessarily worthy of being friends with those people, or that you don't deserve to be in that environment. Now, none of that is actually true. It's a product of some consistent patterns of negative thinking. But when you're consistently running through those thoughts, you believe it and you feel it. And when you're around other people, it seems to magnify that. The other reason would be when you see other people experiencing happiness with each other, it seems to magnify the gap between how little happiness you feel inside of yourself. And so what is somebody else's joy seems to be a further reason for you to feel down. Okay, so that becomes a big problem. The other challenge with that is that when this gap seems to be perceived, where other people are feeling happy and you're feeling isolated and inside of yourself and not really feeling able to be present, then the sense of loneliness really sets in at its highest almost when you're in a social situation, right? So it doesn't always happen every time. Sometimes you can have a social situation where you get temporarily pulled out of that experience. But if you continue to be around other people, but be further isolating by crawling further deeper into your head, then you're going to create an experience where you feel a deeper sense of loneliness. So those would be the major reasons why being in a social environment has to very often create a deeper sense of depression and anxiety as well. So being able to be sensitive to that and being able to understand that in a social situation, if you actually want to be able to connect and feel happy and feel joyous, what it really helps to do is make sure that your focus is not internal, where you're not racing through a bunch of thoughts, but as much as possible, you're paying attention to what's going on around you, and you're simply getting lost in the moments that are happening around you, watching it as if it's a movie, because you can only really experience that sense of depression or anxiety if your focus is completely internal and is oriented around what you feel like you're losing or what is not there in your life. But if you are externally oriented and watching and completely immersed in what is happening around you, it becomes much more entertaining and much more easy for you to get outside of yourself emotionally.